Welcome back to the Breakfast Show 2. We're here with Shawnna Rhine from the Southern 7 Health Department, and coming up next week is National Infant Immunization Week. So talk a little bit about what all that entails.
Well, for us at Southern 7 and for health departments around the nation, we're really focusing on the fact that some kids, not a large portion, fortunately, did not stay up to date on those vaccines during COVID. So the vaccinations during that time that you didn't get, now's a good time to start thinking about those, getting those scheduled, and talk with your pediatrician about what's next.
And so then is the health department, are you guys doing anything special to bring awareness to this week? Will you guys have clinics or what's going on?
Well, our clinics are open throughout the Southern 7 region. We're just using this opportunity to get information out through our social media channels, through other media channels as well, making sure that people have that information. We're also contacting the families that are in our Head Start program through Southern 7, making sure they have it. Because unfortunately, if those vaccines aren't up to date, you could see a resurgence of some of those kind of forgotten childhood vaccinations and illnesses.
Yeah, and so that kind of brings me to my next question. Just why is it so important for infants to get their vaccines?
Sure. Well, the viruses that they get vaccinated for are not gone. I mean, we don't think anymore about measles and mumps and rubella and chickenpox. We don't even think about those because vaccinations have kept those down. But they're still here, and it's important to remember that they can be dangerous, if not fatal, for a child, as well as for anyone who's not able to be vaccinated against them. We do have adults that aren't vaccinated against those. So, like any other virus that's out there, if you can get vaccinated against, you need to try to do so.
And let's say someone maybe wasn't vaccinated for a certain thing while they were an infant, and they're a little bit older and they're starting to realize, they're a teen now and they are realizing that, hey, I didn't get that vaccine. I guess it's never too late to get that vaccine.
Right. It is important that if you don't know if you were vaccinated as a child, you can talk with your doctor about your schedule. You can also contact your local health department and they can track that and see exactly what you need, and if you need a booster, for example. Most people just need to get their boosters back in order. So it's a good opportunity to do that and making sure that you have that to keep you and your family safe.
And so why do you think that babies weren't really getting vaccinated during COVID? Is it because people were trying to stay out of doctor's office so they didn't get COVID?
That's exactly it. We all experienced not staying up on our regular medical checkups and getting the cancer screenings and so on, and it's the same with vaccinations. And when you're dealing with small children, they're susceptible to so many things anyway. So parents were keeping those appointments down, not just for their child, but for themselves as well. But now it's safe to get back into the doctor's office. It's a good time to talk with your doctor, especially as you start thinking about the next school year or the next Head Start or pre-K year. You need to make sure those are done, and right now we are encouraging families to get those taken care of over the next couple of months to avoid that rush come fall.
Right, and so then you had said that the Southern 7 Health Department, you guys are always doing vaccinations. It's not just like it's going to be next week during this National Immunization Week. People can give you guys a call and set up an appointment?
Yes, we do encourage you to schedule an appointment. We generally don't take walk-ins with that. But like I say, we're trying to get everybody to be thinking about that now. We tend to get that last-minute rush back in late July and early August. But you need to consider that the earlier you get those appointments done, first, they're over with. Get them taken care of. But also, too, in some parts of the nation, we may be dealing with a supply shortage. I'm not saying we will, but those are always possibilities. So it's good to go ahead and get those started.
Yeah, exactly. Better to do it now than wait until last minute. This is something that's so important that people should do, and when it's taken care of, you don't really have to worry about it. Well, Shawnna, thanks so much for joining us on the Breakfast Show 2 to talk a little bit about National Infant Immunization Week. That's happening next week, so great to bring awareness to that. We'll be back in just a few minutes.